Hello buddy, Icey Wolf 5 here. Today I'm going to be giving an honest review on the Modern Warfare 3 beta. So up until this point, since it was released open across all platforms for free, I got around 15 hours in the past 2 days of me playing it. A lot of people might ask, why should I listen to somebody like Icey Wolf when it comes to giving a review for said game? A little bit background on me. I have played every single Call of Duty from the original up until this point, and I've even played titles that were integrated into Activision's development team, such as Medal of Honor and Band of Brothers, stuff like that. So when it comes to positioning, gunplay, map design, this overall development of the FPS for Call of Duty, I have knowledge on. I even coached peaking at Diamond and being able to coach people up until the Crim level, roster of 24. With that knowledge, I understand fundamentally what and how these games should be played. Now, the main things I'm going to be going over: the TTK, since a lot of people are complaining about it on TikTok, saying that there's an issue with it. The spawns is another big one, and overall gunplay when it comes to it. Maps are not an issue because they're maps that everybody loves, and even me not being able to experience it that much, mainly playing like the co-op missions at the time, not really getting to play online, I feel the maps are sound. So first off, let's address the elephant in the room. That's going to be the TTK. Now I'm going to say I feel like it's refreshing, because I was one of those people when it came to like ARs and SMGs, I felt they've always killed too fast. Prime example, Modern Warfare 2. Majority of the guns, even though the TAC 56 was a meta, they didn't compare to either the new released ARs or the newer guns that were coming out when it came to TTK. Always killing under 0.5 seconds, not allowing you to be able to react, reposition, or try to make a play when you're hurt against other people. I feel if I'm comparing the TTK from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, it has a similar feel to Halo. It's not quite as low as Halo is, but it's a little bit less than that. So it's, to me, a balance between the arcadey shooter a lot of people know and what a lot of people enjoy from Halo keep coming back in popularity. I don't think a lot of people realize that, yes, it is a beta, so there is going to be some issues. It could be fine-tuned at some point, whether it makes it they make it higher or lower, or just weapon balancing. There's a lot of variables involved with it. I feel like latency is always the biggest thing when it comes to TTK. Prime example, Yuri players refuse to play anything higher than 30 latency because of the pure fact that, say, their TAC 56, right, for Modern Warfare 2 normally takes around 3 bullets to kill somebody. If you hit your shots, 3 to 5, give or take. Now, just adding 30 latency, say that you're at, the number 30, you go to 60. You may have to get 3 more bullets to kill your target compared to somebody if your opponent has that 30 latency. So connection is definitely a big issue. A big factor when it comes to affecting TTK. Not only that, it always depends on where you're getting hit when it comes to hit reg, and what you're going up against. So like, for example, close quarters, you're going to get shit on 9 times out of 10 by a SMG player up close if you're using an AR, because that's how they're meant to be played. They're just to be more powerful. Don't get me wrong, you are able to make plays up close with an AR, but SMG is going to dominate close quarter combats 90% of the time, and a lot of players understand that. I feel like because the casual player base is so used to just that fast, like they see somebody insta-kill when they lock on target, that they're not able to compensate for actually having to aim and hit your shots. I'm not saying that people are bad at the game, but your consistency overall, that's the main thing that I look at when it comes to coaching people, is just how often you're able to be consistent. Because there's even times that I, as a diamond player, have outshined the whole squad of crim players, because in that game particularly, I was able to be more consistent with my positioning, hitting my shots, than the team I was going up against. So I feel like that's where a lot of people are lacking in, because they're not used to having to actually know how to play the game. I know when it comes to the FPS genre, COD is not considered the most skilled when it comes to hitting your shots and everything, because of the aim assist and everything. I don't have the luxury of having aim assist because I am on keyboard and mouse. Some people might be like, oh, but you know, you're able to completely move around. It's like, yes, I can make planes and turn around, but controller players can do the same thing on 2020 sensitivity. It's not that much of a big factor. The only difference, not even a difference, people are still able to exploit with, you know, the snaking and silent shot and everything, no matter if you're on console or keyboard and mouse.
You're breathtaking.
Aim assist is dampened down a little bit, which I feel like is going to allow keyboard and mouse players to at least try to be on leaderboards this time around when it comes to comp, and even just normal like leaderboards on Call of Duty, which should be a little bit refreshing.
There's two. There's one coming up below us.
Now, when it comes to equipment, right, the biggest one that I noticed,
I can't get a fucking kill to save
was
my life.
a big issue, was the EOD pads. Okay,
I don't know what it is.
so the EOD pads is supposed to dampen 30% of explosive damage. I don't know if necessarily the one on here is supposed to nullify like stuns and flashes or anything, but damage is supposed to be a go-to.
It's TTK, bro. It's slow.
From my experience of playing the last, getting 15 hours worth of the beta, there was no,
so if you're shooting in different spots,
none whatsoever. It was not working.
It's like
whether it was a grenade sticky or that explosive drum.
If you don't hit chest or head, you're
if you got
dead.
in contact, even if it was like, say I'm standing right here and it was on the other side of a crate, it was still, you were still dying by that grenade 9 times out of 10. Cover wasn't helping. You having the EOD pads on and being on the side of something, it's either that the explosive damage for those is so high that it has no effect, or the EOD pads just were non-existent. So hopefully, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Activision, they have the resources to do it. Hopefully they adjust it so it's more usable. They were able to do it with the battle rage to get rid of the infinite regeneration, so that was a plus. So it's a good sign there that they are able to see what the community is saying and be able to make the necessary patches so that the game is more playable. Now, one of the other issues that I've had in Modern Warfare 2, and it was fixed towards the end of the game's life cycle, was the announcements for score streaks or kill streaks, either one. There was plenty of times when me playing, it wouldn't make a sound for it, and it wouldn't even show a notification. So I don't know if that's a bug or it's just not implemented in the game as well as it often, because I did see it a couple times, but not all the time did it show enemy UAV above. So hopefully that's something else that they fix. I'm sure they will, because that's a core mechanic of the game. I'm not too worried about that one as much. Now, when it comes to the spawns, right? What they implemented is what is called group spawning. Now, more times than not, you are supposed to be spawning as close to your teammates as possible with group spawning. So say, for example, people are in gunfights, it's going to spawn you either in the middle or next to a teammate, so that you are able to get out of spawn, help them out in a gunfight, and progress across the map. Now, in my experience in Respawn, whether it was 24/7 Rust, which spawns are kind of unpredictable because of how small the map is, but even in Mosh Pit, I would spawn less than 10 feet from an enemy player. Didn't matter what side of the map most of my team was on or not.
Camping?
I was always next to somebody from the enemy team. So
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I don't know if people just haven't noticed it, but I'm going to bring the attention out there that spawns do need to be fixed, because that's something that COD always has an issue with, which is kind of disappointing, because if games like Shatterline, Splitgate, you know, even the older COD titles are able to, you know, fix it at some point, and Activision has probably one of the biggest budgets when it comes to these games, like, if they don't fix it at launch, there's going to be a lot of people upset. So hopefully they review the data that they get, review some of the people that are reviewing the games, and they're able to fix that issue. Now, when it came to gunplay, I'm going to say this right now. ARs are amazing. The LMGs were a little bit broken, but you know, that when you have an LMG that has a pack that allows it to run like an SMG, it's not really much that you could do to balance. I wouldn't say balance it, but to counter it, because that's what a lot of it comes to play. It's kind of like a trifecta. Sniper is able to counter anything at range if you're able to hit your shots. AR, mid-range to long range if you're able, and SMG dominates close quarters. I'm hoping, after them seeing what people say and getting some data back, that they at least try to balance, or if they have to, nerf the SMGs, because the damage range on those SMGs are ridiculous. I'm gonna say that right now. There's no way
He's in respawn.
an SMG like the Striker, which I'm pretty sure is the M5 from the previous titles, is outgunning the main ARs used if I'm on top helipad and they're at their spawn window in 4 or 5 shots. Somebody could say, oh, just, you know, maneuver around, try to dodge, blasey blasey. I shouldn't be getting gunned that fast from that range by an SMG. So hopefully they nerf the damage range on them, because that's how it should be. Because the last thing we need is a repeat of the Val from Modern Warfare 2, just able to completely dominate all ranges on the maps. Shotguns I feel like need to be nerfed already. And mind you, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. It's like, I know I just sound like I'm putting out negatives and things need to be adjusted, making demands. At the end of the day, these are just my opinions from my experience and what I see generally what people complain about. I'm more than willing to have discussion if you think not, or if you disagree or you agree, but not negative comments, because they do not work out well. I'd rather open, grown, mature conversation than just bullshitting. Alright? Now, the reason why I'm saying that the shotguns need to be nerfed is not necessarily because of the damage of them. I think that's fine. I think the reload speed is broken on them. Alright. I experienced the last couple hours of me playing, which thank God I didn't have to deal with many shotguns in the beta, because Modern Warfare 2 is over swarmed by the Doom shotgun and just the auto shotgun lately, because nobody gives a shit about the game anymore.
Are you fucking serious?
Before I was able to release 5 shots from my SMG in close quarters, mind you, the man was able to shoot me 3 times. First one missing, and then hitting 2 with a pump shotgun. Now, I don't know if the quick draw gloves increase, which I'm pretty sure they just increase swapping speed. I don't know if they increased reloading speed or, you know, just, you know, time to kill speed. I'm pretty sure they didn't. But just for me seeing that once or twice makes me worry about how pubs are going to be in Modern Warfare 3. It's just a concern that I have for that as a gunplay. Now, I know they'll be able to adjust things after reviewing people and getting their data, but we'll see how it goes. You never know how Activision and their development teams are going to be, whether it's Sledgehammer, you know, the other ones are Treyarch. When it comes to the COD titles, they can be unpredictable at times. Finally, we're going to go over, which currently, as of right now, from the beta, there wasn't like anything from, if we go from the sniping community standards, that is considered a real sniper.
Forgot about that, bro.
What we saw was basically an AK that was set on semi with a sniper scope and a TAC 56 that had a sniper scope and had the 10-round mag on it. So stronger bullets and everything.
I will say that marksman has so much
The
kick.
AK-1 was basically like the MK2 when it came to its gunplay. So fast ADS, faster ADS, and headshot potential, and a smaller percentage of doing a one-shot kill in the body. And then the TAC looking sniper, or you could say the SCAR, probably had the best one-shot kill when you put the damage attachments on it. Overall, they did play very well. I felt like the TAC one that was a little bit heavier duty sniper was a little bit slower, but nothing could it could be fixed simply by putting the right attachments on. So it's not really that big of an issue. Overall,
You want to see a bagel get on too?
game played pretty well. I think there was a lot of positivity because of the nostalgia and the hype from the movement and the OG stuff from the older titles. My personal experience,
You won't get on this game?
there's obviously some things that need to be worked on. I felt the optimization was not too bad. I was only able to run at 70 frames, but I honestly felt like I was running at 90 frames because of how well it was running compared to Modern Warfare 2. It just didn't feel like it was choppy or anything. And how even packet bursts and everything wasn't an issue on this title. And I know there's not a lot of assets and stuff in the game yet, which play a big role on that.
You get them?
But overall, it played very well. The maps felt great. The guns felt great. Just a small couple things that need to be tweaked.
Yeah, they're on bomb for sure.
And I feel like a lot of people are going to be enjoying it, whether it's making content or just coming home from work after a long day and wanting to hop on the game. If you guys have any questions, your own things you want to bring up, if you disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'm more than willing to discuss it or message back to you guys to be able to give more consensus on it. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to put notification bell on, or follow, subscribe, wherever you're coming from, whether it's TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube, so that you can stay up to date on what I be posting on. I try to go live almost every single day, so that you guys are able to interact with me about anything, whether it's purchasing stuff, whether it's about my content, whether it's about the games themselves. I'm more than willing to discuss and have those conversations with y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all in the next one.
If I do that,
Bye bye.
is my mic picking up at all in game?